Last time, two top teams were in the jump showdown.
No one's safe in this competition.
But it was Pump It that jumped out for good.
I think it's a warning sign for all of us.
This week, the pressure is rising.
We just all hope that we get it right on the actual day.
This is Jump Nation.
Absolutely brilliant, brilliant, brilliant.
Welcome to Jump Nation.
In just 3 weeks' time, we'll find out who will be crowned the nation's best jump team. And I can tell you something, no one has a clue at this stage who that will be, including me.
Yes, indeed, also. It's a totally open competition because last week, two very unexpected teams faced the jump showdown.
Yes, despite scoring 3 goals in the first stadium, Pump It found themselves in the bottom 2, up against Taurus, who've been one of the judges' favourite teams so far.
It sent shockwaves through the stadium and the teams began to realise one wrong jump too many and it could be them facing the showdown. Take a look. That means Pump It and Taurus, join us over here. You guys are in the showdown.
The bottom 2 last week was a real shock for all of us, and that showed all of the teams that we really need to step up our game, go up one more level, because anyone could go out at any time.
The team I'd like to jump in are Taurus.
Watching one of the really good teams jump out was just scary.
It was a real eye-opener that a team like Pump It, who got 3 goals, can go from being top of the leaderboard from 1 week to the bottom and eventually going the next.
So it shows us that no one's safe in this competition, so you've got to keep working harder and harder each week.
If the judges are behind you, the audience might not be, and you could be in a jump showdown.
I think this week's made us realise that no team in this competition is safe. Everybody might have a chance of being in the bottom 2.
So it seems that anything could happen today, and the 3 people who have to make some very important decisions are our judges. It's Camilla, Kevin and Encore, everybody.
Now, Camilla, were you as surprised as the teams to see Pump It and Taurus in the bottom 2 last week?
Yeah, it was a really close competition anyway, and to see 2 teams with such potential and talent was a big surprise. And I think a really difficult decision for all the judges.
Yeah, definitely. And I would imagine there'll be some more difficult decisions to come later on in the show. But judges, you are not alone, because our audience here in the stadium also have to watch the performances closely and vote for their favourite team.
After the vote, the judges and stadium audience scores are combined, and only then will we know who faces the showdown and who is still in the running for this amazing prize.
The winning team will take a trip to a jump rope camp in Idaho, America. They'll learn some amazing skills from some top professionals, and all our teams want to be on that plane.
Wow, what a prize that is. Stadium audience, please give it up for our 6 remaining teams. Pulse! Best foot forward! Slam! Skip it! Taurus! And XD! It's our teams, everyone! Hey! Brilliant! Oh, all looking very determined. All right, today, the teams are going to perform a routine with the sport theme. We've got everything from rowing, rugby and cycling to athletics, swimming and horse riding. I don't think I've missed any out.
No, sport. We love it. Plus, later, all the teams will get together for a single rope demo performance that promises to be huge. It's going to be massive. And we are also joined by football freestyler Dan Magnus. So it's going to be a jam-packed show.
Indeed, we better get going then, aren't we? First up to face the judges and the stadium audience, it's Pulse.
Encore picked out all our tricks and seemed to really like them.
This is the Pulse that I expect, and I want to see that every single week.
Which is making us really nervous because we really want to nail it again this week.
My score for Pulse is gold.
Goal.
Goal!
I'm so ecstatic. It went really well, it went amazing.
we're really, really pleased with ourselves.
For today's performance, Pulse had to pace themselves.
Our theme this week is rowing, and we're quite pleased with it, but the routine's quite hard, but if we practice, we think we can get it.
So to help us, we went down to the local rowing club and get serious about rowing and get ready for our rowing performance.
It was really fun going rowing because it's also helping us getting into character, and it was a really good experience as well. This week it's going to be both me and Esme jumping in the quadruple wonder. We're quite nervous about it because we can easily mess up.
Just because we got 3 golds last week doesn't mean we can just relax. We're taking the rowing theme really seriously because we really want to wow the audience and the judges.
Now before Pulse take to the river, or the stadium floor, remember, if you want to learn some jump route tricks, you can by logging on to bbc.co.uk/CBBC and clicking on Jump Nation.
Right, so getting the show started with a rip-oaring performance. Please welcome Pulse!
Really was, great outfits as well.
Yeah, straight hair.
Now, Pulse, were you more or less nervous about today's performance, considering you got 3 goals last week?
We were just as nervous, but it was brilliant to go home last week with 3 golds, but we couldn't relax.
Okay, well, let's go over to the judges now. As usual, if our judges give the team a gold, that's worth 6 points. Silver is worth 3 points and bronze is worth 1 point. Now, as Mark said, last week it was all gold for Pulse. Camilla, you were particularly impressed with these guys. Have they kept up the good work?
I loved the concept, the whole theme, and I just think that sometimes it looked a little bit heavy in the legs, and I think maybe you could benefit from watching some of the professional jive dancers in the world and just watch how they're using the energy up and down, because it sometimes just looks a bit heavy. But other than that, I absolutely loved it. So my score for Pulse is silver.
Good start. Now, Uncle, what's the required technical move today?
Today's technical requirement is footwork. And unfortunately, Pulse, that's where you had all of your mistakes, was on the footwork skills, which is a bit unfortunate. But, that being said, the difficult turning, you nailed it. And then we saw snappers, super easy, into a great transition into that quad that we didn't see Esme do in the competition before. So some really great skills at the top of the routine and a couple misses later on. So my score for Pulse is silver.
2 silvers, not bad at all. And Kevin, last week it was brilliant, brilliant, brilliant from you. Have they bettered that this week?
This week's performance was good, but I went back and I watched last week's performance and I found that it was... Just then, your first couple of rows were good and they were strong, but later on, the moves weren't as sharp. You need to work on that if you want to sustain your top place in this competition. My score for Pulse is silver. Well done.
Steady. All right, so that gives you an overall mark of 9 points. Good?
Yeah.
Not a bad start, is
Yeah,
it?
not at all. Nice one. Okay, everybody, it's Pulse.
Yes. Here you go. Good start.
Yeah.
Now, don't forget, the judges' scores only make up half of the overall points. The Jump Nation audience will vote for their favourite team later, and then their points are added to the judges' scores, so everything could still change.
But the two teams who end up with the lowest combined judges and audience score will have to face the Jump Showdown and perform again, head-to-head. Then the judges decide who jumps in.
This week's surprise bottom two, everyone is determined to keep out of the danger zone, including Best Foot Forward.
Jumping in is...
When we got down to the final four and there was XD, Taurus and Pumpit, we thought we would have been in the bottom two.
Best Foot Forward!
When Sam and Mark called our names out at the last stadium show, we felt really happy and excited that we'd got through.
Best Foot Forward are horseying around this week.
We thought we'd try dressing up in a pantomime horse costume and trying to skip for a laugh. Didn't work so well.
A really hard trick in the routine called the double under Russian split jump. And it's where you swing the rope over your head and then you do like a split jump in the air and you spin the rope under your legs.
And I think this could be one of the hardest tricks that we've ever attempted before. As a team, our aim is to keep improving every week, and so far I think it's been working. So I think we could be the dark horses of this competition.
I think that the spectacularness of all our gymnastics moves have definitely been helping us to stay in the competition. But if those don't come off this week, then all could go wrong. Dun, dun, dun.
They pulled off the transformation to street dancers last week, and today they're going to prove to us all that they can ride a horse.
Tally-ho.
Nice one. It's Best Foot Forward.
Best Foot Forward, come on.
Nice one, girls. Now, Charlotte and Olivia, you girls are sisters, and I want to know, has skipping taken over your lives at home?
Yeah, and Mum's getting really fed up because we're skipping before we go to school and just before we go to bed.
Oh, really? You know, you need to get your learning in.
You do?
Yeah.
You do, that's true. All right, let's go to the judges. Now, Kevin, you saw improvements last time in Best Foot Forward, but you wanted them to work harder on the jump rope skills. Have they done well today?
I think that Best Foot Forward are trying hard. This week, I don't know if it was hard enough. There was too many mistakes, girls. You were doing jetés there without pointing that, and if you inside your routine. My score for Best Foot Forward is, unfortunately, bronze.
Okay.
Okay.
Encore, you said that the girls needed to keep control of their skipping ropes. Are they managing that?
For me, Best Foot Forward is going like this through the whole routine. At the beginning, I saw control of the ropes during the footwork section. Then we saw some great double unders and great traveler. And then when you start to work together, get the routines hit. I'd love to give you a higher score, but for today, my score for Best Foot Forward is silver.
Okay. Not bad at all. All right, now, Camilla, you turned from not liking Best Foot Forward in the heat to saying that they've been improving week in, week out. Have they improved today?
Well, I agree here with Anka. I mean, it was not consistent because there were places where you were dropping the ropes and sort of movements. They never sort of extended fully. They were always halfway there. It's not good enough at this stage. You're playing for a place in the quarter-final. I need to see more. And I think you can do it, but for today, my score for best foot forward is bronze.
OK. Well, adding those scores together, girls, is a score of 5. How are you feeling about that?
I think we've done well, but I think we might like get through.
It's like?
Definitely.
All
Yeah.
right.
Audience, you behind them?
Yeah. Nice one. All
Keep
right.
your clapping going. It's best foot forward, guys.
Off you go, girls. Harsh, man.
Yeah. Our best foot forward have to wait nervously until all the teams have performed. Only then, after the audience vote, will they know if they are safe from the showdown.
The 2 teams who do end up in the jump showdown have to perform again. Then the judges decide who jumps in and who jumps out.
No one knows how it's going to go today, so it's all to jump for. And next to try and make sure they are here next week is Slam.
Because Melissa had an injury, we had to change the routine last minute to make it so Melissa was just turning the ropes, not jumping, because we didn't want to make her stressful. But at the end of the day, there was nothing we could do about it, and we just knew that we had to do something.
And even with an injured team member, Slam made it through.
Slam!
Hang on a minute, surely the girls should be rehearsing for this week's routine.
Because our theme was swimming, we decided to have a pool party. We just had fun because we've been practicing quite a lot this week. So I think it was just a time to like let go and just have fun, really.
I don't think it helped with our synchronised swimming routine at all because we all just started to mess about and flick water at each other.
If we do it well, if it goes wrong and we don't get a good score, we know that it could be our last week.
But Slam's bad luck continues. There's been another injury.
Because I've hurt my wrist, it means that I can't perform at the stadium this week. So the girls have had to change the routine to make it so that the 3 of them can do it. I feel like I've let everyone down, but hopefully if they get through, we can come back fighting.
Poor Slam. They've been hit by all sorts of bad luck. Hey, Sam, you got any lucky charms?
I have got lucky charms, actually. Yeah. I've got a 4-leaf clover. I like that one.
Yeah.
I've got a lucky rabbit, a lucky number 8, a lucky tortoise called E. Always is this.
Truly sorry I asked you that. Sorry. I asked so. They don't have Sky, but they're still here to bring summer to the... Girls, is this curse ever going to end?
Hopefully we're here next week so we can show the judges and the audience what we can do without...
Judges, these girls have had a lot of bad luck, but Kevin, is this dance group turning into a jump group?
You else in here would have known that apart from us judges. We saw one move so many times. Let's show them. 7, 8, da, da, da. You did that move so many times, we actually learnt it. And you covered it up well. But you need to just work on the jumping. Now, Lydia, I know you missed the single rope jump score, but you still need to catch up to the other two, because I think that's what's holding you back. Your dancing at the beginning was strong, dynamic, but I still need you just to work on the single rope skills. My score for slam is silver.
All right. I impress you today.
And the faces are like, we don't know what we're doing. I don't want to see that. I want to see you bring your determination and attitude from your dance. Just put on a smiley face and fake it if you don't know what you're doing. My score for slam is silver.
Okay, encore. You asked for single rope skills from the girls and they delivered, but have they done enough to make it through to next week's show?
Well, you ladies look great in double dutch. And you don't look like just dancers when you're doing double dutch, but you don't have that mastery in single rope. Well, I did ropes, feet, so that you can really hit the skills you're trying to hit. The skills we saw today are the easiest we've seen yet. You need to push the single rope. So for today, my score for slam is bronze.
Okay. Okay, so that gives you an overall score of 7. Have you got anything you want to say back to the judges?
2 silvers, but I know we can try our much harder next week.
Okay, cool. Well, good luck for later on. Everybody, it's slam.
Leaderboard so far. Pulsar at the top, followed closely by Slam, and Best Foot Forward are in the danger zone, but it looks like the judges are being very, very tough because there's a place in the quarterfinals at stake.
But remember, those positions may change later when our Jump Nation Stadium audience cast their vote.
Still to come, we've got rugby. Yeah, hey, and an athletics performance from XD. Look at that. Look at that. And a football freestyler joins us in the stadium. Yeah. But right now, here are the Skip-Its with a cycling routine.
Charlotte, you got caught in the rope quite a lot in that routine. So I'm not impressed today, and my score for the Skip-Its is bronze.
Ooh. When Camilla gave us a bronze, I thought that... When Sam and Mark called out Skip-Its, I was like filling with tears because I was so happy. I thought we wouldn't get through it. I thought we were going into the jump showdown because of my performance.
They made it through, but in rehearsals, the girls are finding it difficult to focus.
Try to concentrate. We do it sometimes, but in other times when we concentrate, we look at each other and then we just burst out laughing. And I think it makes us lose loads of focus.
This week, they need to get on their bikes and prove that they're...
One of the moves in our routine called the rapid fire switch, because we don't know if we can actually do it yet, and we just all hope that we get it right on the actual day.
We're swapping over handles as we're going around each other. Okay?
This week, the Skip-Its have to nail the routine, not get these little mistakes. We have to show that we're more serious about this, that we won't be in the jump showdown.
So, can the Skip-Its right? Keep your clapping going for the Skip-Its, everybody!
I'm a shooting star leaping through the skies like a tiger, defying the laws of gravity. A racing car passing by like Lady Godiva. I'm gonna go, go, go. There's no stopping me. I'm burning through the skies, yeah. 200 degrees of
in your own time.
Hey, can't hear us because of the screams in the stadium.
Indeed,
Now,
indeed.
girls, I understand your teacher's here, Mr. McIntosh, is that right?
Yeah, we really hope we impressed him because he's the one who started us skipping and we wouldn't be in the competition if it wasn't for him.
Oh, that's nice. Well, let's find out. Where is he? Mr. McIntosh? There he is! Hey! Hey, thumbs up from Mr. McIntosh. Is he wearing a pink vest over there?
I think he might just be.
Wow, he's a cool teacher.
Fantastic.
I like it.
All right, let's see what the judges made of your performance. Now, encore, the girls said that the competition only started for them last week. Are they becoming contenders after that routine?
I can see that the Skippets have finally switched on. I loved the fact that you attempted one of the hardest routines we're going to see today. You started with giant wheel, which is really difficult, and then you had some amazing rapid-fire switches that were transitioned beautifully. However, I want more. You guys have a gold medal performance in you, and you didn't give it to us. The little mistakes have to go.
Bad. Okay, not bad, not bad. Kevin, you were pleased with the girls' strength, but have they cycled their way into your good books this week?
I love the Skippets. They have a great energy, and when they're focused, there is no one better than them. They have a tendency to float off into the clouds, so your faces go from, I'm loving this, to, where am I don't really know. And I want you to stay where your skill level was better than any that we've seen so far. You could have had a gold. You just missed out. My score for the Skippets is silver.
Okay, 2 silvers.
All right. Now, finally, Camilla, you disagree with Kevin and you were not sure about the Skippets after that routine. Are you sure about them now?
Well, I really liked that, and I found it so unfortunate that you had those mess-ups with the ropes, but the way you got back into it and covered up the mistakes showed me for the first time that you are taking this serious. And if you just practice, I think it's also silver.
All right.
Very good.
Nice one. 3 silvers. That gives you a total score of 9 and puts you even Stevens with Pulse. How's that make you feel, girls?
I'm really happy with the scores and comments, but I'm a bit annoyed that we didn't master all the tricks.
Okay, well, hopefully you'll have a second chance if you're back here next week to master all your tricks. Everybody, give it up for the Skippets!
Hey, off you go, girls. Always smiling. Love it. Now, the scores from the judges only make up half of the overall points. The votes from our stadium audience may change everything a bit later on.
So far, it's Best Foot Forward and Slam who are in the danger zone and may have to face the showdown. Then the judges will have to decide which one of them will no longer be in the running for this prize.
It's a great prize too. The winning team will jet over to America to a jump rope camp and learn some new skills from jump rope professionals.
The teams will be amongst the best jumpers in the States and will learn loads of wicked new tricks. It's going to be one heck of a trip.
Certainly is, and you guys can see how they get on in America in our winner's story. But we are jumping way, way ahead because we've still got 2 fantastic teams to see today.
Yep, and up next is a team that did come very close to losing their place in the competition last week. Here's Taurus. Shocked here in the stadium to see these 2 teams in the showdown.
It was a bit of shock to realise how much pressure we were under when we found out we were in the bottom 2. I kind of felt a bit responsible. No one would say it, but I kind of stuffed up our whole routine. I felt really bad, but it was a real shock to us that how things can change because we were close to the top last week and then we were in the bottom 2.
When we saw Nisha on the floor, that's when we knew something had gone wrong. We were all quite,
I was quite upset because I didn't hit any of the tricks in the routine.
You did.
I didn't hit any of them, other than the
You
travel at
did.
the beginning.
You did.
We were just hoping that the judges liked it.
The team I'd like to jump in are Taurus.
This week there are quite a few hard tricks in our routine, and just to make it even worse, there's a ball. We're using a rugby ball, and if that hits the ropes at any one time, it could make the ropes go down, and it could take us quite a long time to get them back on the track.
Taurus are putting in lots of practice to make sure they keep control of the rugby ball.
Dan and Lewis have played a bit of rugby, and we haven't really. It was quite a surprise, but it was really fun. This week we've got nothing to lose, so we've taken quite a lot of risks in the tricks that we're performing. They are very hard,
But when they're pulled off, they are so impressive. So we are going to wow the audience and wow the judges, and we are going to keep well away from the jump showdown.
Judges and the stadium audience, that last week was just a blip. It's time to find out. Here's Taurus. Taurus. You could have washed your shirts for us. We're on telly here.
Now, Taurus, how nervous were you about coming into today's show after last week being in the showdown?
It was really nerve-wracking and horrible being in the showdown, but Haka, yeah! We're fighting back.
Yay!
Haka, yeah!
We like that. Haka, yeah!
Yeah, that's what that means.
Now, Camilla, you were very surprised that Taurus were in the bottom two last week. Have they done enough this week to stay out of it?
That's the attitude I'm talking about. Wow, that was absolutely amazing. You come back fighting and you've got that team spirit. It's just inspiring to watch, actually. I'm actually speechless. That was brilliant. My score for Taurus is gold.
Kevin, you wanted Taurus to embrace the experience. Did they do that today?
Taurus, welcome back into the competition. That was amazing. Absolutely amazing. Great. And Nisha and Yasmina, to see you do full push-ups, which takes tremendous strength, was absolutely amazing as well. Now, guys, you have to keep that focus, because I think the audience here need to know that you enjoy it, and I think they missed that last week. So keep that focus. My score for Taurus is gold!
And finally, Uncle, you said there were too many misses for your liking last week. Have they improved on that?
Taurus, this is what it's about. Absolutely brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. I loved that you took the footwork to a completely new level by adding the ball in the ropes, a perfect routine, no mistakes, and then side-by-side push-ups by the boys. Just mind-blowing. You guys have nailed, you've knocked it. It's amazing.
You can't even speak. You made him speechless.
No surprise, my score for Taurus is gold.
Wow. 3 goals gives you a total score of 18 and puts you at the top of the leaderboard. Guys, stupid question. Are you happy with that? Hey, everybody, it's Taurus!
So, Taurus have tried their best to prove they deserve to be here, but will the stadium audience agree? We'll find out very soon, as we only have one more team to see before they vote.
Plus, don't forget, we've also got a single rope demo coming up from all our teams and a football freestyle.
Final team, it's X, D.
Last week, I got 2 syllables for you. Nightmare. It was absolutely disastrous, and since it was ballroom, it was nothing that we normally do. So, I mean, we knew we were going to mess up.
My score for XD is a bronze.
When we have to do it in front of an audience, I think we kind of mess up and get nervous.
I don't think we did very well in today's performance, but if we are in the jump showdown, we get to show what our routine is actually about.
This week, our street dance team are on track.
As our theme is athletics this week, we went down to the local athletics track and got ourselves in the mood.
Keep on running.
Do-do-do-do-do.
But putting athletics into skipping comes with difficulties.
There are a few worries this week, like Michael's double unders, but if we practice really hard, I think we'll get it, and on the performance, we'll get it right and everything will be okay.
I think they'll really enjoy our routine this week as it's more of our style, and I think it's just a lot more enjoyable than last week's routine.
We're coming up to the final stretch of the competition, and XD is going to give it all we got to cross the finish line first and get gold, gold and gold.
Will they run away with today's show? Who knows? Please welcome XD!
Keep on running, keep on hiding. One fine day I'm gonna be the one to make you understand. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be your man. Keep on running, running from my arms. One fine day I'm gonna be the one to make you understand. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be your man. Everyone is talking about me. It makes me feel so sad. Everyone, it makes me feel so bad. Keep on running, running from my arms. One fine day I'm gonna be the one to make you understand. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be your man. Make me feel so good. Alright. Come on, baby. You know you make me feel so good. You know, you make me wanna shine.
XD, come on. Brilliant.
Loved that performance. That was great, guys.
That was great. That was great. Do you feel as though you're getting fitter because of all the jump rope training? You're doing a lot of it.
Yeah, fitter. Check out our muscles.
Nice work. Okay, let's see what the judges make of that performance. Now, Encore, you were less than impressed with XD's rope skills last week. Have you seen improvements?
Well, I'm glad you took on single rope, which is something that is really revealing, because no one can rely on everyone else. You have to hold your own. The trouble is, with this performance, we saw you guys missing a lot. The most important moment was the double under routine, and we saw 4 different versions of the same routine where no one was doing the same skills at the same time. The mistakes are letting you down. If you're to stay in this competition, you need to practice single rope every day for 30 minutes and really improve your skill level. So for that performance, my score for XD is a bronze.
Okay. All right, now, Camilla, did you feel entertained today?
I still enjoy watching you guys because I think as a team you have all the elements that are necessary to be in that quarterfinal. But there is a split in the team. Liam, you've really improved, but you've left people behind. And I think Michael and Lucas, you are brilliant performers. And when you're dancing, I just enjoy to watch it. But you've got to listen to Encore. Practice makes perfect. And trust me, I've had to practice a lot of basic steps in my career. So if you're back, please practice hard on that single rope, okay? My score for XD is silver.
Okay. Bit better.
And Kevin, you enjoyed XD's theme last time. Did you enjoy today's theme?
I liked it, but I didn't love it. Last week was so much better. But what you have there is a great basic skill, but you need to build on that each week. I feel like you're stagnating. It's the same thing, and some of you are improving, but you're only as strong as your weakest team member, and you guys have to remember that if you're to do well and stay in this competition for the long haul. My score for XD is silver.
All right. Okay, that gives you a total score of 7. How are you feeling about that, guys? You got anything you want to say to the judges?
It's fair because we did have some mistakes, but we've tried our best, and we'll just have to see if we get through or not.
Should be a politician.
Yeah. Nice one. Everybody put your hands together for XD. Well done, guys.
Okay, so here we go. It's now time for the stadium audience to take over.
The judges think either Best Foot Forward, Slam or XD should face the Jump Showdown, but do the stadium audience agree? They now get to vote for their favourite team and can change the leaderboard.
Right, audience, are you ready? Vote for the team that impressed you the most now.
So while the audience votes are coming in, here's a reminder of our performances.
First up was Pulse. Will they row their way at the Jump Showdown?
Kevin thought there were a few mistakes in the Best Foot Forward routine. Will the audience agree?
Only 3 of Slam performed because of Sky's injury. Will they escape the Jump Showdown?
Will the audience say on your bike to the Skippets?
Three golds for Taurus. Will the audience make them try again?
Will a showdown stop XD's race?
Before we count and verify the votes, we have a very special performance for you.
As well as their individual routines, our teams have been working on a group single rope routine.
Remember, if you want to learn some of these skills, you can by going to bbc.co.uk/CBBC and simply clicking on Jump Nation.
Oh, I like that.
Thank
Simply
you.
clicking. But right now, please welcome the rest of our jumpers.
Do I attract you? Do I repulse you with my queasy smile? Am I too dirty? Am I too flirty? Do I like what you like? I try to be like Grace Kelly, but all her looks were too sad. So I tried a little Freddie. I've got an entity mind. I could be brown, I could be blue, I could be violet. Gotta be green, gotta be mean, gotta be everything more. Why don't you like me? Why don't you like me? Why don't you walk out the door? How can I help you? How can I help it? How can I help what you think? Hello, my baby, putting my life on the brink. I could be brown, I could be blue, I could be violet sky, I could be hot, I could be purple, I could be anything you like. Gotta be green, gotta be mean, gotta be everything more. Why don't you like me? Why don't you like me? Oh, I can't tell. I could be brown, I could be blue, I could be violet sky, I could be hot, I could be purple, I could be anything you like. Gotta be green, gotta be mean, gotta be everything more. Why don't you like me? Why don't you like me? Oh, I can't tell.
Now, judges, that performance doesn't count to the overall results, but Camilla, was there anything there that impressed you?
I really liked Caitlin. I loved the Traveller. It's very tricky but spot on. And I loved Liam. He's really improved. It's so smooth, the timing in the rope, fabulous.
There's a smile on his face as well.
Yeah, very true.
Absolutely.
And Kevin, surely that's got to take a lot of fitness to do that.
I think to keep the energy going and to keep the focus is really, really hard. And I liked Dan and Lewis focusing in the zone. Good performance.
Nice. And Encore, any skills that particularly impressed you?
Well, I loved all the skills, but what really stood out for me is that this is what jump rope's all about. And I loved seeing teams that are normally competing against each other, working with each other and doing a great job. I was really...
Something, they all impressed me.
It was very good.
It was wicked. And now I'm about to get all envious of someone else's skills because also we have a professional performer in the stadium.
We certainly do. Styler with us, and he's going to show you some quality football control. So please welcome Dan Magnus.
That was amazing. Thank you, Dan.
Well done, Dan.
That's crazy.
Right, back to the business in hand. Stadium audience, please welcome back our jump teams.
Okay, we now have the final results of who jumps into next week and which two teams will face today's jump showdown. In no particular order. Next week is Taurus.
Well done, guys. Well done. See you next week. The second team to jump in is XD.
The next team who don't have to face the showdown is Slam.
Okay, only one more team definitely still has their place in Jump Nation. But actually, it's been so tight today that at least two teams have the same overall score. So we will now turn to head judge Camilla and Skip It. Camilla, please choose one team you want to jump into next week's competition.
Right. This is not going to be easy because these three teams were very even in their performances today. But the team I'm going to choose have shown us that they have great skill and they have been consistent and they've showed us that they actually are capable of a goal performance.
Well done, Pulse. We'll see you next week, which means best foot forward and Skip It. Come join us over here. Unfortunately, you two are in the showdown. Round of applause for our two teams, everybody.
Yeah.
Camilla, we now know that Best Foot Forward and Skip It are about to jump again. Any final words of advice for our teams?
Well, Skip It, you had a great routine. You had a few mess-ups, but if you just stay focused, I really think you can do this. Yeah, you've got the skills to do it. And Best Foot Forward as well. Great routine, but just give it a bit more strength in the arms and just lots of energy.
Thanks, Camilla. Kevin?
Good luck.
We've seen that anything can happen here. So if you give your best performance, you know that you're in with a chance of getting to the quarterfinal, and that's what both teams to do. Best foot forward, it's there for you. Skip It, it's there for you. It's down to you now.
Cheers, Kevin. Finally, Encore.
Best Foot Forward, your routine started out from the beginning through to the end of the routine. Skip It, your routine also started strong, but as you went on, the ropes got faster and faster. If both of you do this, you will exit. Good luck.
Thank you very much, judges. Okay, teams, it is now down to you. Up first, hoping to impress the judges and getting a place in the all-important quarterfinals, is Best Foot Forward. Good luck, guys.
Well done, best foot forward. Next up to try and prove they deserve to jump in is the Skippets.
I'm a shooting star leaping through the skies like a tiger, defying the laws of gravity. A racing car passing by like Lady Godiva. I'm gonna go, go, go. There's no stopping me. I'm 200 degrees, that's why they call me Mr. Fahrenheit. Traveling at the speed of light, I'm gonna make a supersonic while under you. Don't stop me, don't stop me, don't stop me. Hey, hey, hey! Don't stop me, don't stop me. Don't stop me, don't stop me. That was good time, good time. Don't stop me, don't stop me. I'm having such a good time. I'm having a ball. Don't stop me now. If you wanna have a good time, just give me a call. 'Cause I'm having a good time. Yeah, I'm having a good time. Don't stop me 'cause I'm having a good time. Don't stop me, I'm having a good time. Don't stop me, I'm having a good time. I don't wanna stop at all.
Come on over. Come on over, guys. Two fantastic performances there,
Brilliant.
guys. You should be
Absolutely.
very, very proud of those performances.
Okay, now comes the tough part. Only one team can jump in to next week's show, and it's up to the judges now to make that final decision.
As usual, you need 2 votes from the judges to get through to next week's show. Good luck to both teams. Okay, we're going to start with Camilla. Camilla, which team do you think should jump in to next week's show?
Can I just say well done to both teams? You did a really good job. The team that I'm choosing because they have a higher skill level, but you are walking on thin ice, so work hard. The team I would like to jump in is Skippets.
Encore, I know it's difficult, mate, but please, could you give the name of the team you want to see in Jump Nation next week?
To both teams, well done. That performance was much better than the first we saw, which makes me think if any team in this competition does that the first time around, they might not be in this position. However, both for what is best for this competition. Whichever team I pick, though, is going to have to work very, very hard in the quarterfinals and prove to me that I am not making a mistake. The team I want to jump in is the
Congratulations, girls. That means
Well
we'll
done,
see
girls.
you next week.
Got to say, commiserations, best foot forward. You've been a brilliant, brilliant smiley team.
Yeah,
You've been
and
awesome.
still smiling. Give
Awesome.
them a round of applause.
Well done, girls.
Nice one, girls. Let's take a look at Best Foot Forward's highlights.
We are Best Foot Forward!
The lift at the end must have taken amazing strength to lift them above your head.
Much better. Thank you very much, ladies.
I think they held it together today.
Best foot forward, you jump in. You are cute, I will give you that. Really, really good. Well done.
Best Foot Forward!
So, another showdown completed, and it's Best Foot Forward who will jump no more.
Next week is the quarter-final. Can you believe it? And the teams will have to face a new routine and a double Dutch battle, which promises to be very fierce.
Sure it will be. In just 3 weeks' time, one of these teams will get on a plane to the good old US of A, but who will it be? We'll be one step closer to finding out next time on Jump Nation. See you then.